Diego's the immortal VP.
Naku, lakad mo! Lakad mo, Toton!
Normally.
Hoodwink, and then let Pugna just kind of another blast the tower.
Admiral
You may now select
There
your
is
heroes.
the Kunkka mid lane pick versus the Invoker.
Yeah, it's fine. It's pretty good against Quaswex.
80 Sanctified chilling at a maximum of 300. You can't go less than 200 actually. So this is very
really?
low. Yeah, his HP does have a floor, and well, he's gonna drop the squirrel on his HP and mana. Never feels good to use any health regen when you have fake strength, kind of like a morph lane, right? You don't want to use a salve when you're max HP, although there's another tombstone for full. It's the decay. Stick charges ain't going to be enough here. That last zombie will pick him off. Sanctified even could be in for some trouble. No more mana though. Leave.
No, you couldn't just leave. Not the back when Skyrath mages that. They were already like the custom lobbies and stuff like that.
Just be dead top lane. Good body blocks. There's no more regen for the Undying. And he said, well, use the wand actually so he can dive in. The kill's actually onto God C mid lane as mother of all dives here. Another decay, and they will get that kill already. But I think something that Black and Yellow could look for, considering I do think their early fights are much stronger, especially when Monster hits level 6 as he goes down bot lane now. Oh, almost getting the kill there onto Wage. Big wand though, we'll save him. Now the TP, I think that's the Invoker. Has no urn charge. Oh, 2 urn charge. Pardon me. So throw the first 2 now on the Monster with the cold snap. Out of mana, out of life, and out of time. Monster will die.
Usually I would just go top. I would lose my lane, go top, and then defend the lane. But now instead I have to push, and I'm not very good at that. So Sanking is in a bit of a dilemma. He's going to be farming his Blink Dagger, playing with a double bracer build. So he knew that he was going to go for this tower early, even though like I don't think they're going to be able to push it. Top lane Volt. He does use the Arena Blood. Braxy is the kill, actually, thanks to the Tornado and the rotation from the Invoker. And with the MP, they also put Karko in a difficult position. Still has the Magic Stick, though. He wants to go back for the Squirrel, but Sanctified gets away in time. He acknowledges that Magic...
A utility out of mid lane Invoker, and not so much look to scale immediately into Exort.
Mars has been 100 to 0, by the way, in the bottom lane with a combination of Sanking and Skyrath Mage. And yeah, I've seen you go for the Shard and Spear eventually. I wouldn't mind if he went for that build either. I don't think Orchid is that value here either. P1 trying to push the mid lane tower, only Invoker to defend it for now. The rest of the TPs are coming, but a smoke from Black and Yellow. Oh, okay. I swear he's a good Sanking. He misses the burst right to the RL. Got silenced. There's a tombstone. And that means it's difficult for them to counter Nishi, but Martin do so anyway. Try to kill off Monster. He does succeed. That tombstone is surviving for now. They need to heal it up though. Is about to die. The zombies are gone, but Vol might leave with them as the Silenced Luna joins the fray. She has enough damage to use with the Mask of Madness because she's already silenced anyway. Wage gets the kill onto God Z. And now P1 tries to retreat, but the Squirrel stops and the BKB wasted! Braxy desperately going for that tower, which gets denied.
Let that be at any time, right? He had vision on Invoker.
He was hopeful. Are you gonna
I mean,
attack an NA player for being hopeful of all things, right? Like once again they're going up to the high ground. Actually dropped the tombstone here, so that means they want to fight, but no BKB on Kunkka because he used it earlier. Braxy, mostly gonna die here. In comes Monster, does not deny the tombstone. Monster uses the Yolt, which sets up perfectly for the sharpshooter, and that's going to be Monster dead, and the Spear sends back P1. P1 also in trouble. They used the Ice Wall. P1, again, no BKB for this gun because he used it earlier to prevent his own death, which is fine. First you don't succeed, do it again. Exactly the same. And that's the same model for Black and Yellow, who is going to do the same thing again. Once again, they're leaving Karko behind, but I think their 4 Protect 1 is strong enough. And they haven't realized that Roche is being done. So Roche gets completed. Wage already has that Aegis. It becomes a really tough fight, especially when you're carry, but the carry TPs to the tier 2, and now they actually burst down Bull. Monster dies at the same time, though, so it's going to be offlaner for offlaner. Who's going to be stronger out of the 2 carries? Probably the one with 2 lives. As Hoodwink. It's gone now with a concussive shot. Still has an opportunity to go for the pushback. Needs to pushback, and the Eclipse actually destroys Kankwa. A chance to activate his BKB, and he does get it off, but Luna's physical damage is too high. P1 manages to at least BKB TP back home. Checked this in the lobby a while back, because I saw this in the game, and I thought, is this a consistent interaction? And it is. Wage now attacking faster, but it's a top tower. Monster this time. First strike hits. The Chaos Ball on top of that. But they are missing Mystic Flare. There's the Mystic Flare. And once again, Richie, it's the story of the high ground. Ray will be the second to die. Glimmer Cape doesn't activate in time. And they even dusted the Invoker, I believe they do. But they need someone to stop him. That's going to be Monster. Oh, Monster. He got him. he almost didn't get him, but he got him. And he forced RL to use the BKB and DP.
You really like this Monster Saking, huh? Are you okay over there? Targets than just raise Pugna. So he's getting off some like almost full duration life drains in the middle of these fights.
Yeah.
Has not gone for Aether Lens, quite curiously enough. Finally has it queued up. As they finally
Okay, the Invoker. Nice. Against all this overwhelming damage, best thing you can do is build an A on disc. There's the BKBs you activate by everyone. Wage activates his own as well. Starts the Eclipse, holding on to the Wage. He's gonna die before the BKB even ends. That means no Eclipse for this team fight. Epicenter's also been committed. Going up to the high gun, this time a two-man burrow, but Volt comes in with the Arena and the BKB. He managed to kill off nobody just yet. Vol's actually on the retreat. Monster at least dies towards the very end of that
Luna's
fight.
back. TP to the outpost.
Luna is back, but P1's dead. Braxy as well. Luna has the opportunity to kill Katakwa, get his revenge. Lucent Beam. Oh, Sunstrike! That is an impressive Sunstrike by RL.
Yeah, and that's going to be 5ManMidas winning that fight handedly then.
The enemy team is kind of forced to kill you in the beginning of the fight, and since Pugna has a lot of survivability now because of all these items, it's much harder for Black and Yellow to initiate fights. As Monster stuns himself, he gets bushwhacked, life drained to death, and that's Monster gone. Nope, they somehow hit God Z with a spear that hit Braxy because it's the shard spear. Okay, makes sense. And the bushwhack will also stop Braxy. Nice deafening blast, making sure Vol doesn't just die just yet. Glimmer Cape as well. Vol is surviving, but Wage is taking a beating here by Katakwa, who will TP in the middle of this, and he's gonna be stopped immediately by the cold snap. That BKB was miscalculated, and he took a second too long to TP. Black and Yellow will lose 3, potentially 4, as Braxy is gonna try to TP. RL does not detect him in time.
I think that's just the game.
Vol. Vol's just chasing down the Monster. Okay, Sharpshooter misses, so that's one spell down.
Bushwhack too. Sort of cool down. Monster going in. Good damage.
And they have the Arena, but I think
Luna.
Wage is dead. And she has no buyback. It's a really solid chance. They bring out the Invoker. They try to, but he has the BKB, so he's going to be fine.
Monster hits him.
And so we'll hit him once. Oh, is this Scarlet? No.
The Invoker? Who?
Hoodwink. Hoodwink.
Thank you.
Okay, so they have that. They have the Arena Blood still, but silent stuff is Mars. Doesn't activate the BKB.
Didn't have it.
Oh, he didn't have it, actually.
Roche
Okay,
bash.
Wage gets stunned by the Roche here. He still needs to steal it.
P1.
And Yule sends him flying. So P1 takes it. There's the Arena finally we're looking for Vol. But Vol's Arena is right after he's lost the Roche here, which is a really big deal. As the Grepsons wait for a couple of seconds, but eventually CK can just mow him down. He's been disarmed and destroyed. Ray also gets brought down in a matter of seconds, and P1 going for RL. Actually stand a chance here. Vol setting a line of fire. Don't cross this line. Black and Yell does not respect this, but they do get bushwhacked as a result.
He's going to at least throw an Arena down for Katakwa, and Reality appears to BKB. Katakwa is going to BKB as well, but he's being body blocked by his own illusions. And he's going to blink forward. It's another Reality Rip because they can ignore his Arena of Bloods because they have BKBs. And that is going to be a kill there. Okay.
Bounty.
Why?
RL going hunting. He's going to be able to dispel the Glimmer, as you said earlier, does indeed work. Braxy throws up the Tombstone. He's going to get a TP in now for Monster. 1 second reduced TP. Lots of zombies spawning in now with the double Tombstone. They're going to buy back on this, in fact. They're hunting for more. Kunkka trying to stop anyone from TPing away, but he's going to get bushwhacked here. And instead, it's going to be one child left behind. George W. Bush rolling. No, he's still alive. He's rolling in bed because he's probably asleep.
Oh my god.
Once again, by going up to the high ground, melee barracks fully recovered. Volt still invis. RL starting to do the damage.
Oh, they missed the first spear, but it's fine. Got Z. Still dead here. As Monster in trouble himself, activates his own BKB, so he can scuttle away. Once again, the battle of the carries. Seems like Luna will linger on for now, as he still has a Satanic, and of course the Refresher, but there's no Phantasm. CK using his full power on the Luna. The stuns are too powerful. Wage could still die here, but thanks to the Refresher, activates the Eclipse now with the BKB. Katakwa's forced to retreat. Katakwa can't retreat because the stuns on that Eclipse. Katakwa needs to fight to the death, and unfortunately it's going to be his. As he falls, he does have buyback, but the racks are finally dead. And the Black and Yellow will come back in with a vengeance, trying to avenge their buildings. And Katakwa as well, who just died. A little piggy went to the farmer's market. Little piggy got left behind. A little piggy is going to revive here with full HP and full mana. Without any sort of save, he is just going to die.
Okay, that's Megas at least. Ray might end up dying back here as well, as he is going to reflect a couple of spells. Going to start life draining. And he actually manages to out-heal the Mystic Flare level.
My assistant coach, I think. I think that's what they call other coaches usually. Hey, go call the other coach guy.
Sub-coach.
in case I'm sick, coach. Oh my god. Really? Vol's just going to initiate like that with Cataclysm? And that's going to be enough to kill off Braxy, but they forgot about the Aeon that's got Monster, which saves him completely from the Aeon. There's a second arena, now for the Scarif Mage. Kill one support, now the other, but Braxy's back. Activates a Tombstone, which I think is already done for, yep. Doesn't have Reincarnation just yet. Luna has big caught there, though. First stun, second stun with the Mystic Flare. Goshen will hit. They forced upper, though. That saves from the Goshen. Activates Satanic, which is still alive. Karakwa trying to mow her down. Here's the Eclipse. Oh, he's 1 second beginning for Karakwa. The illusions to mitigate some of the damage, and finally Wage will die. Karakwa, of course, forced to retreat. Go back to the base. The creeps are taking it. Don't let this game end. This game must go on forever. Don't ever let it end. Black and yellow. I want to ace here. I want to have shoulder while this game is still going on. Vol dies as well. The push is unsuccessful. Black and yellow lives.
For now, as Luna has returned to the fight already, level 29. Ray pulled back in. Oh, but a Bushwhack finds the 2. They're going to nuke through the Sand King. That's a dieback from Monster. Kadhua, this could be it. He's going to go down as well. 2 minutes he's dead for. And that certainly means at the 1 hour mark, this game will be over. Undying, he's going to be respawning, but the throne already down. 5ManMidas takes an hour to take game number 1.
They did it, though. They did it, and that's all that matters. I think if a player has not been practicing it in his pubs recently, he's probably not going to pick
Zeus?
it.
No, okay.
There's the Lena I talked about. Like, she's the most obvious pick when you're thinking about meta-ish picks that can also beat the Viper. The problem with Lena is that lane is not like a destroyed lane like Sniper would. It's talked about a useless laner, you know? That's going to do absolutely nothing in the lane.
I don't really know if Braxy should have been up there, but now he's experiencing the pain. Nightmare taking it level 1, and we're even going to steal the damage from the Bane, and he will not live. Wage is not going to get that the link broken, so he's going to get that attack from the low ground. Big old Dragon Slave catches 4, but that's a beautiful jump onto the Bushwhack there from Sanctified. I think that's going to be that.
Useful, I think, still to max it, because you've got to be able to do something afterwards, right?
Of course, yeah, of course, but usually the whatever. I mean, it's not that big of a
Bottom.
deal. Is it
Bottom, Godsey.
Bounty?
Yep, that's gonna be a kill. He has Janata as well now, so this lane, if you don't count Trolls melee against Legion, so it's okay. And also has kill potential with the Bane, which we're gonna discover right now. Sanctified. Oh, nice Bushwhack though. And Sanctified will die.
And the Brains have to clean him up. Vol even with that 2 second stuff could be in for a rough spot. A little bit of healing. Ray is here. What can Ray do though? Maybe even secure the skill into Kadhua as he's giving chase. Shuriken at the ready, and there it is. Ray on a killing streak, and actually Vol living a surprising amount thanks to the moment of courage procs. Still will end up dying, but it seems like Ray might get a +1 here. Nightmare into Arrow, round number 2. Going invis, but the detection is here. Immediately dropping the sentry. Ray still fighting to the death, and now assisted by Sanctified. The Bushwhack, and this might even be Godsey dropping the Shuriken. No, not that much.
Would have canceled the clarity, right? Bushwhack from duel +2. Shuriken doesn't do anything. Karakwa, they do burst on his illusions, and the illusions actually help them. Or sorry, help. Given so much liberty, this DK actually had much more impact than one ever expected in the early game. Vol is also now in trouble as he's been hit by the arrow now. Alina's the real target. Viper has slowed him down. There's the pick pull, not going to do anything. Ray will finish him off. Sanctified as a Bushwhack.
Ray his track now.
In 1 second. There's the Bushwhack available. And it is going to hit the DK. Seemed like it was for the Marauder the whole time, but nope. DK, still another Toxin, which means his duel is going to be effective. He's going to fall. Not giving dual damage, but yes, giving the track gold, I believe.
Yep.
It's Godsey. Now that he has the track, Shuriken's actually starting hurting. That's a mega kill streak. Like Wraith King, CK, Lifestealer, they can utilize it pretty well, so it's not a loss like people used to say. The Ninja Commander did get Nightmare, Lightstrike Array on top of that, but Bounty's actually dealing a fair amount of damage this time. Another Toxin will kill the Lina, RL sacrificing himself for her, as Monster does die in the middle of that. Godsey will die in the middle of the duel as well. And there's the team fight they needed. Really well done. Braxy oh, actually, exactly 500.
Viper is dead. Viper's strike where he goes. Now Razor trying to fight from behind. Bane deleted. Godsey should be next, and he's tracked and dueled. LSA into the Laguna Blade at least is going to allow them to get at 1 pickoff, but at what cost here? Ray is down, so that's no more economic damage done. Wage is well quite low. Worse for wear for him, but he's sapped all the damage now from the Lina, which means he wins that mano-a-mano. Kadhua, though, continuing to fight, will clean up shop for Black and Yellow.
If you're a Crusader and below, invisibility is invincibility. We got Ray with the arrow phantasm. But Ray, invincible for now. He's actually going to survive this. Fiend's Grip used instead onto Wage. That's been cancelled by the Shuriken. They should have killed Ray when they had the chance. And Braxy will actually die in the process. Bull's going to duel, thinks about it, doesn't. Karkwa is going to fall. Bull still barely surviving Breathe Fire, though. Will make sure he doesn't. But them choosing not to kill Ray there, actually.
They will now approach just right through the mid lane. There's the jump. They're going to look for Karkwa first. Also counter-initiating. Blue Clifford as well. Buying a little bit of time. The track's being applied. Karkwa is dead. He BKB'd for that as well. That's going to be another link and another kill for Wage. This time, though, is there anyone at the ready to cancel this grip? Yes, but they're just going to actually let the grip go. Have fake Wage lose all of his mana.
Nobody was at the ready. He's maxed it. It's 10 seconds the cooldown, right?
How do you kill this?
Most likely, you'll Shadow Walk before the fight. Anyway.
Kill Bounty. Oh, hold on. Fight.
Oh, no. Mirana's dead.
90 dead.
And the tower will take a while. We have no Ags on Razor. Who's decided to go for a Lincoln instead. But
oh, DD-Ren.
I think DK can die.
This is awkward.
Yeah. BKB is activated by everyone. Good press the attack as well. And Karkwa is on BKB, but he's been dueled. Wage is stealing his damage. Just isolated him. The sharpshooter's waiting for him to lose his BKB, but it's not going to happen in time. In fact, Wage is going to die first. He didn't activate his second BKB in time. Bushwhack though for Karkwa will keep him in place. That's going to guarantee a kill against Karkwa as well. As RL himself in trouble, gets hit by the arrow. That's going to guarantee the kill onto RRL. Monster is going to continue leading the charge against Ray. And with a fireball, Ray will burn to a crisp. But not before getting a kill against Mirana, though. Not bad. But still, that is 100% red, mate.
Alright, well,
look up Slarak right now.
Albo's a...
Cool. Well, I'll cast this team fight and then Broken the Viper. Dead Viper.
Use grip for it.
What color is Viper, though? Black or green?
Pickle, use green.
Yols is available for this bounty. Doesn't have creeps yet, by the way. Gonna set up for a potential arrow. No need. As the Dragon Tail instead. They also use the Chaos Bolt, stacking those stuns. Karkwa is not a target. They use the duel onto him. Wage on top of that with the refresher. He has the second static link if needed, and it's going to be for the Lena, but she blocks it thanks to the Lincolns. They can't cancel his TP. She'll get away. Bushwhack instead settling for Braxy. But Ray...
Splack and Yol are going to be able to get to the high ground. There's the Slyrak form.
Well, I think that's the case. Anyway, Ray, he has the shard, so he's actually going to attack this nicely. Lena has been dueled. She's going to die in a matter of seconds, but in exchange for her is going to be Vol. A static link, unfortunately, got wasted on a Lincoln, so Wage has no extra damage, which means he can't really fight Karkwa head-on. The big black dragon is attacking the bounty hunter and will eventually kill him off thanks to that gem.
They lost a lot,
on the other sideline of the fight. They do lose Braxy, and now the Mirana. Defensive item too many, in my opinion, on the Razor with Lincolns. A great item this game, mind you. It's a very good item for them, but the build is not going to come.
Whoa.
Okay, they initiate Legion. This time the duel won't be as successful, I think so, because he hasn't even used it. He doesn't know what to use it. There's a duel find on Karkwa just to keep him at bay. And they're trying to deal all the damage in the world to Karkwa. It's not going to work, but it does save the Legion for now, which is a miracle. And Karkwa will finally die as they all bunch him up. Braxy in a similar position.
Cooldown, of course, but let's see what if it's done. Back online. The Nightmare's going to be reflected only onto the Bane, and that's going to be a nice duel setup. Of course, this is a little bit of a hard counter, but it's not going to matter much when you do get dispelled at the end of duel. Rage, of course, has plenty of damage, up to a total of 180 now. Cares about a late game track that much.
Alright, find the CK. He's been taunted. Karkwa, sharpshooter on top of that. Karkwa lost half his HP. Wage, gonna bring him down. That sharpshooter is the biggest source of damage they have, and they worked it wonderfully. Black and yellow without their carry this open.
He's dead. Double buyback. Once there by the Bushwhack. Good force staff into the Yules, however, will get him to safety momentarily. Those jumpers allow him to live as well. Viper is going to be able to spin on Monster, who is going to very quickly die to the right-click damage of Wage and Vol. Another Bushwhack here catches Godsey as the sharpshooter even slows the Lena. Broken, tracked, and now, oh, not killed in her base. A great LSA finds two. Bushwhack is even better though. Vol tried to duel yet again in the fountain, but scrambled by the Lincolns. Doesn't matter, they win the game. 5ManMidas part of me take the series 2-0.
That was a much cleaner execution.